you revisit that video. And I will ask you, who was the calmest person in the room? Yung tao na pinupuntarya nila. The former president was just looking around what's happening. Never said a word. Kinukumpronta na si E.S. Bingbong. Never said a word. He went around to my side. Hinihila ako. Never said a word. And finally, yung tumataas na yung boses ni Hanilet, he did not confront Hanilet. He confronted the policewoman. Pwede ba wag mo na hawakan para huhupa yung tension? That tells you something of the man. In such difficult situation, where he is the subject of an illegal arrest, he was calm.
Kay kami naman ang sasalo. Tatayo sa tabi mo. Kami ang magiging lakas at hindi.
As you can see, I was playing that video so that I would be able to capture in the raw the state of mind of the former president. And as you can see, he was very well made aware of what was happening, except that at some point in that video, akala niya si Dishon yung isa-charge sa kanya. And I think somebody also said that it's kidnapping and that you'll be brought to the Hague. Ang reaction niya, that's kidnapping. Alam niya rin yung batas niya. At sinabi niya na wala na pong jurisdiction ng ICC. His words, not mine, not E.S. Millaldea, not Attorney Kaufman. His words, wala na pong jurisdiction ang ICC. So ibig sabihin, alam niya yung batas niya. And he lectured on kung bakit wala ng jurisdiction. Umalis na tayo, yung investigation and everything else, na wala na pong jurisdiction yung ICC. So yun po ang the reason why I have to capture that is, first of all, I want to know and capture the state of mind of our client. Kung alam ba niya yung nangyayari at that time sa Villamor Air Base. Alam niya. And perhaps that is the last video of him making his legal position on the matter. Na kidnapping yung nangyayari. Pangalawa, walang jurisdiction ang ICC for him to be brought there. So yun po ang klaro doon sa video na yan. As much as possible, I don't want to interrupt him during that entire scene para kuhang-kuha talaga ano ang gusto niyang sabihin sa buong mundo as you guys done. At sinasabihan niya si General Torre at that time. And as mentioned, I also would like to share, if I may, Penny, you mentioned about the former president being calm. I'd like to invite you to that scene, that video, yung, I like to qualify that. Nagte-tense lang yung room sa Villamor Air Base pagpapasok si General Torre. Otherwise, medyo kalmado, makapagpahinga. Ako, si former president, in a way. Pero pagpapasok si General Torre, there's tension in the room. So in one of those moments, confront na si E.S. Bingbong by General Torre on the right side of the former president. Wala na. After that, he went to my side. And siguro nakita niyo na rin, hinihila-hila ako ni General Torre. At si Kitty was telling General Torre na wag hilain yung abogado. So basically, that's medyo tensionado at medyo magulo at that time. No? That very short moment. But what I would like to share to you is, you revisit that video. And I will ask you, who was the calmest person in the room? Yung tao na pinupuntarya nila. The former president was just looking around what's happening. Never said a word. Kinukumpronta na si E.S. Bingbong. Never said a word. He went around to my side. Hinihila ako. Never said a word. And finally, yung tumataas na yung boses ni Hanilet, he did not confront Hanilet. He confronted the policewoman. Pwede ba huwag mo na hawakan? Para huhupa yung tension. That tells you something of the man. In such difficult situation, where he is the subject of an illegal arrest, he was calm.
Alam mo, mag-iisang taon na tinitingnan ko yung mga litrato namin. Ngayon ko lang nabalikan. Nakasmile pa rin siya. To the very last. Pati ka lahat ng mga kasama sa plano. Halos nag-iiyakan. Sabi ko sa kanya, let's check kayo may gawa nito. Yun ay sabi yung let's check.
Napapatawa lang ako si sir.
His last supper in Villamor. Ito po, simpleng hapunan before he was directed.
Biro mo, 1 year na pala ngayon yun. Ngayon ang first year.
For those of you who don't understand the man, I would invite you to go to Davao at puntahan niyo yung House of Hope at Bahay Kalinga. Yan yung dalawang advokasya ng dating Pangulo. And perhaps you will know and understand the kind of man that he is.
Nung hearing pala, before the hearing, nag-usap kami siya. Binasa ko sa kanya, ito ang sasabihin ko. So I read yung script, yung manifestation ko. Alam mo, smile. Nag-smile siya. Yun, okay lang sa'yo. Oh, okay lang. Wala. Sabi ko nga sa kanya, pasensya ka sa English ko minsan. Hindi, okay lang yan.
Attorney Beth,
Yes, I guess I'm sorry I cannot help but be emotional, kasi outside of the context of law is the human side of all of what's happening right now. PRRD was a complex person, but he is such a human being, puno ng malasakit. Ang nakikita na kasi ng taong bayan, yung tapang. Yung malasakit, ino-overshadow. but it is this character of him that endears him sa masa. Taong bayan masyado ng ano na yan overused, but yung malasakit dun sa mga kulang sa buhay. And I guess that's the reason why he's wanted very much to stay with PDP. Ang motto ho ng PDP is Pilipinas dapat sa Pilipino. Yun ang sinasabi niya, gusto kong litisin ako ng kapwa ko Pilipino kasi kung may pananagutan ako, dito ako mananagot sa aking mga kababayan at hindi ko yan tatakasan. Subalit, nung sinabi niya na ginampanan niya yung kanyang trabaho bilang Pangulo, hindi ho natin makakaila na nandun pa rin yung malampot na puso niya para sa ating mga kababayan. Kaya sa aming maaabot na 3 abogado, pinapaintindi namin sa inyo labas sa aming mga emosyon. Ano ba ang nakikita namin karapat-dapat na mga pananagutan sa batas sa paglalapastangan ng kanyang karapatang pagtao. Naway itong episode ho ng Kapihan mamulat sa inyong mga mata na sa labanan ito, sa labas ng emosyon, kailangan po talaga manaig ang batas. Kasi kung hindi ho, magkakaroon na tayo ng anarkiya. And I think this is what the President wants us to do. Intindihin ang batas kahit kailangan niyang magsakripisyo na malayo sa kanyang pamilya, malayo sa kanyang mga kababayan, malayo sa kanyang bansa. If this is the ultimate sacrifice para mamulat ang ating mata, I guess wala na tayong ibang mahihiling sa isang kapwa Pilipino kung hindi pasalamatan siya sa kanyang ginagawa matapos ang isang taon na nagdaan. At patuloy niyang gagawin para lang mulat tayo sa ating mga karapatan.